Good morning, afternoon or evening, depending on what time you're looking at this. It is Brian here at Fitzpatrick's garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I'm going to show you this car here. This is a Hyundai i20. This is what's called an active classic, but it is a 1.1 diesel. And what I really want to get across on this video is this car has to be one of the most financially efficient ways that you can get around at the moment. So the reason is it's got a really efficient engine, it's got a really good after sales package overall, it's easy on road tax and all that kind of stuff, and actually they're a hoot to drive as well. So as we were saying, Fitzpatrick's garage, Kildare town is where we are. If there's any information you want on the car, please do give me a call, 086 843 1945. So starting from the top, €180 road tax for the year. Secondly is this 1.1 3-cylinder diesel engine. These are a miser on fuel, really easy on fuel. The car is not very heavy, the engine has sufficient power, it's got 6 forward gears, but they're super frugal overall. In terms of fuel efficiency, I'm going to show you in a little while. I'm going to do a bit of road test on it, and this will give you an idea of what the car is really going to do. Thirdly, as we were talking about, there's actually a really good after sales package on this car. What I mean by that is it has a warranty until 2022. So if you're unlucky enough that you have a problem, it's going to be covered under warranty, which means it won't cost you money. Secondly, it also has AA cover until 2022. That means if you're again unlucky enough and you're down the country and the car needs to be recovered back to us or any Hyundai garage, AA will do it for free because of mechanical failure. But the third thing that's really nice on this car, when we sold it brand new, the previous owner got a free service plan. Because of the free service plan, this car at the moment has about 42,000 kilometers on it. The first service you will have to pay for on this car will come at 120,000 kilometers. So it's free servicing until then. And the warranty and the AA cover is basically unlimited mileage. You can drive to the moon and back. So I guess what I'm saying to you so far is low road tax, really fuel efficient engine, and then the after sales package of how you look after the car is extremely good. So it is. So this has to be some of the most frugal motoring that you can do right now. But we'll stay going while we're at it, because there's a fourth point. The fourth point actually is the price of the car. So this car was over €20,000 brand new. As you can see at the price we have it advertised at, more than 25% is already gone off that price, and that's only one owner with 42,000 kilometers on the car. While we're at it, in terms of condition, the condition is excellent on the car. It is a 2017 car. It does have low mileage, so as you'd expect, things like the front bumper and the bonnet are all in nice condition. Down the side of the car, including things like, we'll say, the front wing, the doors down onto the quarter panel, all in nice condition. Rear bumper and boot lid, all in nice condition as well. And then down the driver's side of the car, quarter panel, 2 doors and the wing, all in good condition throughout. Features that are worth noting on the outside of the car: the headlight structure, so your full and dip headlighting through here. It has daytime runners in here, or front fog lights down through there. After that then, obviously, the things like anti-lock brakes in through there. In terms of safety for the side of the car, down the side you will have steel bars for side impact protection. There is also going to be a driver's airbag, there's a passenger airbag, side airbag, and the same up here as well, side airbag as well. Moving around to the rear of the car, the taillights on these have that nice LED style taillight, so lots and lots of shapes going on, but a really smart looking rear end in the car. Small but simple things. It actually has, oops, forgot to unlock it. So the central locking button is controlled from the key, of which there are two keys, and they also have central locking on both. And then we hit that button in through there, and that will allow us to access the boot. This car has literally come in, so actually this is exactly the condition that the previous owner used to look after the car. And then down in through here we have our spare wheel in through there. Again, condition nice all the way throughout. In terms of the rear of the car, there is child locks for the back doors, and then these seats have 3 head restraints. There is ISOFIX on both sides for child seat, 3 3-point safety belts, and space is actually quite good in them. So overall, you can see the car is reasonably well equipped, but it is, again, as I was saying to you, the idea of this car, somebody coming to buy this car wants a damn frugal way of getting around. So the other thing that I haven't mentioned yet is scrappage. So what I mean by that is, if you want to drive the car in a frugal fashion, but you've got an old one that you want to get rid of, we can give you at least €2,000 for the car you have off the price of this car here. Now, okay, there is some terms and conditions, but I mean an old car that's driven here and it has some NCT, then we're going to give you at least €2,000 for it off this car here. So that means basically, as I was saying to you, price wise the car was over 25% less than a brand new one. If I factor in £2 grand scrappage, that means the car is going to be nearly 40% less than a brand new one. It's only 2 years old, it's only got 42,000 kilometers. That is some serious value for money. Anyway, coming back to fuel efficiency, as I was going to say, I am going to do a bit of a road test. So I'm going to use this car. I need to do a bit of a long journey tomorrow, somewhere in the region of around 250 to 300 kilometers. So we're going to see how we get on in terms of fuel, and I just want to give you an idea how this car cruises on the motorway, because sometimes people kind of think cars are around the size, you know, I need a bigger car and all that kind of stuff. You don't. If you need a frugal, easy to run car and something that's actually responsive for the motorway, good old acceleration in these cars as well. So let's see how we get on driving the car, and also in terms of fuel efficiency. Right here, so just before I set off, the car currently has 42,726. I'm going to reset the trip, so we're back to 0, so we can see how we get on the average. So when I flick through this here, I'm going to reset the whole average for the car, so now it's going to give us an average for our trip. One of the things I like about these is you can adjust the seats and steering wheel really well. So in, out on the steering wheel, up, down on the steering wheel. Personally, I like a steering wheel all the way out. And then secondly, got a height adjustable driver seat, so I can let this all the way down and get nice and low in the car, pull this back out, and then you've got a really, really nice, and I'm not saying this, it's actually a lovely driving position. Gearbox is sweet. So as we were saying then, the car is, they're a little nipper of a car. So just say for example, starting off from 0, first gear, second gear, third gear, and you can hear the turbo whistling away. It's quite an involving drive actually. Fourth gear, we're fine, we're gone past 100 kilometers an hour as we get onto the motorway. They're a much nicer car to drive than the equivalent petrol. Now I understand this is absolutely perfect conditions, but I'm on the M7, I'm doing about 55 because okay, we're stuck in this 60 kilometer an hour zone. Like 2.3 litres per 100 kilometers. 2.3 litres per 100 kilometers is somewhere in the region of 122 miles per gallon. I have never driven a conventional fueled car that does that kind of fuel efficiency. And like, okay, and I'm sticking in the speed limit. I know it's perfect driving, but even the best I've driven so far, they're nowhere near that. 2.3 litres per 100 kilometers. We've covered about 15 kilometers. Holy God, I can't wait to see how this car does at the end. So just to make things awkward actually, I had to do a bit of a pit stop in Dublin, as you can see there. So I've got into an area which is pretty crap driving in terms of fuel efficiency. We're still sitting at 2.8 litres per 100 kilometers, so I'm just going to get going again. We'll get back out to the motorway and continue on. So anyway, last night that was to go from Kildare up as far as Dublin, stop in Dublin for a minute, get stuck in traffic, come back out onto the M2, up as far as Ashburn, and then on up further north of Ashburn. This morning I got up and I had to go into Drogheda. The traffic in Drogheda is brutal, so it is really, really bad actually. So lots and lots of really bad start-stop kind of traffic. So back on the road again now. I'm going back down towards Kildare. Car is currently sitting at, even after like being stuck in traffic and stuff, it's still sitting at 3.5 litres per 100 kilometers, which is still damn good. So I think we're going to end up somewhere in around the mid threes, but let's see how we go anyway. So we're back in the garage. I just had to run in and see what had happened during the day. So let's see how we got on in terms of fuel. First of all, car covered. Right. Okay. So the car covered, okay, 42,951 is the kilometres on it now. During our trip, we covered 217 kilometres, and my average was 3.6 litres per 100 kilometres, which is, after I Google this, so after doing a bit of Googling there, that is 78 miles per gallon. 78 realistic miles per gallon. That's what I did in that car. And I wasn't trying to be fuel efficient, I just drove it normally. I drove up a motorway, I drove up into Dublin, I stopped and started, I went up to Drogheda, I got stuck in loads of traffic there. I came back down through Maynooth, and I got stuck in traffic absolutely everywhere today. So it is really not that efficient, but I suppose that's what I'm saying about this car. This car for somebody is going to be, I want a functional vehicle that goes up and down the road, that's got a good warranty, that's got good roadside assist, that's got cheap servicing, well actually free servicing in this case, and it's cheap on fuel. It is the most financially efficient way. I think it's probably the most financially efficient car we have in the forecourt right now. Anyway, I hope the video was useful to you. If you want any information on the car, please do give me a call, and we can give you payments on a car like this of about 55 quid a week if you use the scrappage deal, and that's with no cash deposit. So yeah, hopefully the car is of interest. Brian's my name, 086 843 1945, Fitzpatrick's Garage, Kildare Town. Thanks for taking time to watch.